So my name is Efe Oguegbu. I'm the co-founder of the Paper Packaging Company. The Paper Packaging Company is an organization focused on reducing the adverse effects of single-use plastics on the environment. We do this by educating Africans on the dangers of, single-use plastics, and then we also provide an eco-friendly alternative within the food and drink industry. So in place of plastic packaging for food, we do paper packaging. They're biodegradable and they're eco-friendly, also recyclable. Because we've seen countries like Rwanda, Kenya, Tanzania, and a host of others, even Gambia, ban some sort of plastics, maybe plastic bags, or outright ban on single-use plastics as a whole. But then Nigeria is taking a step forward in the right direction, as we saw a bill that was passed to ban the use of single-use plastics. It was passed by the House of Reps. That's a step in the right direction. But then again, it puts questions in our minds. Is the government ready to take on, to be able to bring about that change? Are there alternatives on a large scale that will be able to accommodate the entire market? So those are the questions that we're asking. But the fact remains that every country, this is a huge problem for every country. It's a global issue, and we all need to play our parts to make sure that we're living in a cleaner and a safer environment. Eco-friendly products are definitely more expensive than using things that are harmful. Anything that is going to benefit you is going to cost you something, right? So paper packaging is obviously more expensive than the nylon packaging. But here's what we do for SMEs. We reduce our minimum order quantity. In place of, say, do 1,000 quantity or do 5,000, for plain packaging, we can do as low as 100 pieces, to encourage smaller businesses to be able to, take on this packaging and stuff. And of course, we are in talks with large corporations and the government to see how we can subsidize these products further, such that it's available to anybody on the street. That's what we're doing now. And then, of course, we're educating Africans on the adverse effects of single-use plastic. So beyond what it costs, I know that the cost is very important, but beyond that, we need to look beyond that and look at our environment and where we're living and see that it is healthy for us and safe for our children and our children yet unborn to stay in. All these plastics that we use, they are not biodegradable. Yes, they can be recycled, but in the world at large right now, there's only maybe 10% of the plastics that were produced that are actually being recycled. I mean, and that's a very minute percentage, if it's even up to that. So what happens is that these plastics get into our oceans, they clog our gutters, and most of the time they break into like smaller pieces. They get into the belly of fishes. At the end of the day, our fishermen go catch those fishes and we eat them. So what that basically means is that we're ingesting plastics. It has been known to cause infertility, cancer, liver dysfunction, kidney, all sorts of problems, in contribution to, and that's apart from the other pollution that is causing on the environment, air pollution that is affecting our health in general. So plastic is good. It has saved us a lot of stress, but I mean, we've gotten to the point where we are now too dependent on it. We are now too dependent on it. If we can set up major recycling facilities where everybody can go drop their plastics and their recycling and all of that. But until then, what we can do is to reduce our usage and make sure that any plastic that we get, we at least reuse it and reuse it and reuse it. But the issue, is that a lot of these plastics are not being reused. You take a Coke and then you throw away the bottle. You use nylon bag to go shopping in the market, and that's it. It ends up in your dustbin, and all those things go into the gutters. Very bad for the environment, bad for you and I.